Now we're going to move on to our next segment, in which we go talk about the origin episode takeaway. We covered the origins of football in Brazil. Do check out that video here. So what should India learn from Brazil? What was maybe one takeaway from exploring their origins? Again, what we might talk about would not be only specific to Brazil. We might observe the same fact in some other footballing nation and vice versa. But for the sake of this series of videos, we are going to consider the following as the only takeaway from Brazil. And our takeaway from Brazil is the wealth disparity. Let me expand on that to make it more comprehensible. Among all the countries that we're going to cover in the Football Origins series, Brazil is probably the country which is similar to India when it comes to wealth disparity. Given its population, which stands at over 200 million, which is only 15% of that of India, but still the highest in Latin America. Now you may ask what it has got to do with football. Well, when it comes down to the essentials, all one needs to play football is football. The most popular sport on the planet is also popular because of its affordability. One only needs an open space and a football to enjoy a game with his or her mates. No additional equipment, of course, maybe a pair of shoes, but that's it. But then again, we are so obsessed with playing one sport that we tend to forget how easy it is to play football in the streets, parking lots, pavements, at home, etc. Just imagine that one day football in India reaches even 10 or 20% of what the phenomenon of cricket is today in India. And given the affordability of the sport, we will start seeing talent coming through from all the sections of the society. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. If you're good enough, you'll have your opportunity. And isn't that what football in Brazil is all about? We're not saying Brazil is unique in that sense, but given its population, it's a country that manifests this phenomenon in football the most. We will briefly give you some statistics about football in Brazil, which we didn't speak about in the origin episode. Brazil is a member of FIFA since 1923. Today it has over 29,000 registered clubs spread across the country. Brazil has 2.1 million registered licensed players, that is 1% of its total population, which plays football in some capacity, that is amateur, semi-professional or professional. However, if we take into account the non-registered players, it is estimated that Brazil has about 13 million soccer players, accounting for more than 6% of its entire population. Now, if we were to have the same proportion of people playing football in India, we will need a total of 85 million, that is 8.5 crores. So here are our two takeaways from two Football Origins episodes so far. Plenty more to come. So that wraps up this segment too. Let us know in the comments below of what you thought of this episode, about our takeaway from the Brazil episode. We are going to talk about our football history, the football history of other nations, do some introspection along the way as a footballing nation, and most importantly, what India can do to get our time in the sun at the biggest sporting event of them all.